Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. Quick little context builder if you're maybe new. These are live in the sense of you're getting my raw thoughts, my raw emotions as you see the data play out right before my very eyes. So this is not a situation where everything's recorded and then I come back and talk about it and I have a chance to think about it with some sort of voiceover or post commentary. Nothing like that. You are seeing what happens play out in real time. So this may not be the most professional video. I'll probably be stumbling over my words, but that's because I'm trying to talk to you, think for myself, make alerts in my private community. So yeah, but if you're looking for a real life, raw, nitty gritty detail into what day trading looks like and can be like, then I'm sure you'll enjoy this video. So that's the context here going in. I think I'm going to watch Tesla out of the opening gates. Again, I say I think because that's always subject to change. I have no idea what's actually going to happen, but that is the plan as of now. Now, Tesla all of a sudden just went crazy. Right there, you can see the pre-market chart on it. Was getting ready to alert 451 as a key breakout point, but as I was getting ready to get the thing recording, it just went bonkers like this all of a sudden. So at this point, I suppose it no longer makes sense to even mention 451. I mean, I'm going to just in case it drops back down below it, but I'm not going to actually submit it to the chat room. Key upside breakpoint. Going into open or breakpoint because it'll already be open on the start. But like I said, right now I have not submitted it to the chat room yet, just because if it ultimately stays up above it, then there's really no point in it. But I mean, I don't even have to really convince you of anything. All I have to do is just point. You can see right there, nothing, 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 and oh wait, you're not even. Let me bring this back to the screen. There we go. Like I was saying, there is nothing going on, nothing going on, nothing going on, and then kaboom, right there, volume just came pouring in. And market opens up here in less than 1 minute. So at this point, never mind, that alert's not going to play out, it looks like, so I'm just going to delete that out of there and not even worry about submitting it to the chat room. But, oh well, I guess kind of back to the drawing board there on Tesla, but like I said, market now opens up here in less than 1 minute. All right, well, I've changed things up here a little bit in just that minute's time, and I'm now watching ILMN. Big gap down here. Only using 50 shares because this is a very fast mover. And it's a pricier stock. So just wanting to see what it does during the opening minute here. And Tesla's actually pulling back right now. Actually, Tesla's pulling back in a very big way. Almost wonder if it just wants to close that gap. Overall markets are rough. What is that, 448? Yeah, I'm going to get that alerted as a flush point here. Tesla 448. Flush point, 1 minute. So if this looks like it wants to break down through 448, I'm going to hop on in. But as of right now, given some green. But if this green goes to red, then that could be a nice little symbol of some potential. Let's see what it wants to do here. Definitely very volatile this morning. Okay, it's working its way down, kind of. Well, back up it goes. Just looking around the market at it. There we go. If 454 breaks, I'd be interested at 450 as a short, but I want to see it get up over highs. There we go. 450, new flush point, 1 minute. So got 450 updated here now. Let's see what it wants to do. Trying to see if that was maybe a fake break to the upside. Or, you know, that very well could have been a legitimate breakout. Looking like right now maybe it was. And up it goes. All right, well, I will go ahead and pause for the time being. Watching 158 here on Boeing. I don't want to take it on this candle, though. So this candle has got to stay up above it. But I would be willing to take it on the next candle. Oh, you dirty dog. Well, never mind. Didn't want to take it on that candle. It's now broken down below there. Well, actually, it got back up above it, so maybe another chance here. Yeah, all right. Looks like 158 is back in play here. See if it wants to fail again. In at 158. Looking for a little scalp here. Let's see if it can push down to potentially test those lows. There we go. Nice. So $137 scalp there. And let's see, what was that? I don't know, about 30 seconds. I'll take it. Let's see what else I can find. I do know a lot of people are always asking, hey, how does your chat room work? Well, here's an example you can see right there. That was totally alerted to members, 158 flush point. And it's currently gone down right there. You can see as low as 157. So basically a dollar move there. For me, like I said, it was just a scalp. But if members had a different trade approach to it, then they could have done much better than on it than I did. Like I said, mine was just, I just wanted to scalp it. But there's an example there of, okay, no shares to short of this one. But yeah, 26.15ish. That would look like an interesting area to short. But yeah, no shares to short. Whatever happened to ILMN? I totally lost track of that one. Did that really do anything? Oh, interesting. Okay. What is this? 260. Yeah, 269. I'm going to get that alerted. ILMN 269. Flush point, 1 minute. Not really close right now, but still kind of choppy. I mean, it's tradable. Definitely have to do smaller share size on it. I mean, no doubt about that. Let's see. All right, well, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, well, 269 is now coming into play here potentially. Would like to see this. Oh, well, that happened way too fast. As I was talking, just went right down through it. Let me, even if I wasn't talking, I would have probably still missed that. So I'm not trying to play it off as, oh, if I wasn't talking, no, I would have still missed it. That happened way too fast. I'll still keep an eye on it, but I don't know. This thing seems a bit too choppy. Although Tesla, that first point that I was talking about way back when, it's coming into play again right here at 448. Yeah, I do like 448 now. If it can come back down to that area, I'm going to watch for a 448.50 break on it. Actually, I'm going to get this alerted here. Tesla, 448.50. Flush point coming back into play, 1 minute. So like I said, if I see 448.50 fail, I'm gonna, how did I, wow. All right, well, got in on the back test. Oh, that first move was crazy. Didn't chase it, though. Glad I didn't chase it. ILMN at 448. So let's see if this thing does actually want to pick up some more bearish pressure to the downside. I suppose I did kind of chase it down a little bit. I wanted 448.50, but I was willing to get it down to 448, so I took the very bottom of what I was willing to take. So it's getting the push down, kind of. Oh, wait, what? How do I only have 50 shares? Oh, I forgot to change it back. That's why I was looking at ILMN. Well, then it's starting to go now. Well, in all honesty, I was going to just pretty much try to get out, small loss, break even, because it wasn't behaving like it wanted to break down. So that was a pleasant surprise that I was able to get out where I did. But then I was thinking, oh, all right, I scored actually bigger than, and then the $17 threw me off. But that should have been 100 shares that I had, not 50. But again, I forgot to change that back after looking at ILMN. But beggars can't be choosers. Like I said, if I'm being totally honest and transparent, I was just pretty much waving the white flag on that. But as I was getting ready to wave the white flag, get out for either break even or a small loss, it plunged in my favor and actually gave me $17 on the trade. Now, of course, it's going bigger, but at the time, it just didn't really seem like it wanted to go. But again, as far as alerts, I'm on the struggle bus right now, but members right there, 448 flush point coming back into play. So any of you members that watch these videos, congratulations. You did fantastic on that one. Oh, wow, Boeing. Boeing's got another, or DKNG too, just getting destroyed here. Boeing's got quite that 157 mark. Woo! Oh, so stubborn. Look at that thing. Can it break down through? Let's see if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'll risk $100 on it. I'll still be green on the day. Missed it. Let's see if I can get kind of a back test here. Nope. Yeah, that was a nice little break right there. Now Tesla's actually bouncing up a little bit. How's the overall market's doing? Oh yeah, I gotta get that alerted. Short positions. Roku, somebody alerted that in the chat room earlier, and yeah, it is once again going. Oh wow. Okay, what I'm curious here was maybe this was a fake breakout. So 173.50 I'm very curious about. Although as of right now, looking like it was a totally legit breakout. Yeah, if this thing can get up over 176, I'd be interested in a potential short position. What is that low? 175. Okay. So what I'm curious now is, can this break up over 176 and then come down and test 175? If so, I think that's a potentially nice trade there. But step one, got to get up over 176. It's gotten up as high as 175.88. Just want to see a little bit more strength. Nope, not going to behave, it looks like. Well, come on, get up over 176. There we, and did it get up over? Not really, just a temporary little blip. I'd like more than a blip. Well, 175 sure is looking nice now. Let's see it go up and test 176 again. If it comes down, I'm taking 175 short. Got to go up there and test 176 though first. Come on, close. I want those longs to be discouraged. I want the longs to be discouraged that it tested 176 again and failed. No, don't break 175 now. Don't do that now. Yes, I'm talking to the stock. Come on, get up there to 176. This is definitely either some sort of top forming here or it's just a miniature consolidation. Oh, that 175 is getting prettier and prettier, but it's got to go up there and test 176. And then I'll be more convinced that this is actually more than just a consolidation. Come on. Getting close. I want the longs to be discouraged, and there would be nothing more discouraging than to see this get up over 176 and then fail again. Come on, come on. So close. No. How high did it get? Yeah, close enough. It did get, no, high of a 176.12. All right, there we go. We are comfortably above 126 now. Or excuse me, 176. All right, 175 now. I'm taking that if it comes back down. But like I said, you gotta give the trend respect. You gotta give the bulls respect. Maybe this is actually just another breakout to the upside. So maybe those longs will have nothing to be discouraged about because they're gonna be like, hey, look, I got the breakout. This is fantastic. Now I can't take the break of 175 if it happens on this candle. Can't do it on this candle. But on the next candle, I'd be willing to take it, but can't do it on this one. All right, well, I will go ahead and, wow, we're at 17 minutes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. All right, this is now what I'm looking at, 176 as the flush point here. Unless this thing wants to keep on grinding. Which it very well may. Now, I can't take the break on this candle. So because of that, I'm going to go check out FSLY. Somebody alerted this thing is getting pretty crazy. Yeah, this thing is getting pretty wild. Can I get up over 92? Maybe so. Have an order out there to go short at 92.45 here. What's Roku doing? Still just grinding away. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to Roku now for the time being. Wow, pretty crazy. Low 177.50. We're going to watch 177.50 here. I mean, this movement right now is getting pretty crazy. In at 177.51. Let's see if we can get some movement to the downside here. Yeah, this break right here, if it can get down through 177.25-ish, should go nice. You got to think this thing has to consolidate here. In fact, I might look to add some more if it pulls back because that's quite the, yeah, look at this candle forming. This is going to be beautiful if this thing can pull back again. Yeah, that's a great looking candle. Now, when I say pullback, I don't mean I'm looking for this thing to crash down to 170 or anything crazy like that. But, I mean, the pullback will still work out very nicely here. Yeah, that's a great looking candle there. Look at this. Beautiful looking candle. There we go. Took out 200 at 177. Take another 200 out there. So I'll have 100 shares left now. Gonna let this work for me. Now I could still take a loss on these final 100 shares. So it might still just be a break. Let's see, what is that? Yeah. No, it shouldn't be a break-even trade because it's only 100 shares. Would like to see this get down below the 176.50 mark. I think I'm being realistic in that. But 176.75 being very stubborn right now. Again, these final shares may end up costing me money, but you got to give the position a chance to work more in your favor, and that's what I'm doing here. So yeah, these last 100 shares, I might take a loss on, but again, that's just how things work. So if if this goes up over 179, I will bow out. So we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, at this point, it's not a matter of if I make money. I'm definitely making money on this. It's just how much money am I going to make? So am I going to get a bigger breakdown? Is this thing going to roll down more, or is this bounce right now going to ultimately, bounce up and be a new breakout? We'll have to wait and see what happens with it, but I still think it's got a chance. Again, I'm not looking for some sort of massive crash. That was such a beautiful setup. A shame it didn't get more follow through than what it did. I mean, it got follow through, don't get me wrong, but if I'm being totally honest, I thought it'd pull back at least to the 176s. Well, wow, we're at 23 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pause for the time being, and I'm not going to make you sit here through all this chopping back and forth. Like I said, this thing's either going to continue to break out and continue on with the trend, or it's going to pull back and give me some more. But again, as of now, I get it. You could be saying, Clay, your profits are disappearing. Just get rid of those 100 shares. They're costing you money right now. And yeah, you're right. They are costing me money. But what happens if this goes in my favor? Then they're going to be making me money. And that's the thing, is I want to give these final shares the chance to give me and help me make more money. Again, that comes at the risk of maybe they're going to ultimately cause me to lose money and not make as much money. But I'll still be making money on the trade. And that's what you got to keep in mind as a trader, is if the worst case that happens is some of your shares lose you money, well, then you know what? Some money relative to what? Well, an overall winning trade. So here we go. Does this thing want to actually break down? Well, 177.50, that area once again being the stubborn point. But if 177.50 can fail, I like the chances of it getting down to 177. There we go. Can this finally get down to 176.50? All right, I took out 50 there just because I'm not quite sure anymore. That was the second time where it's gotten down in this area and failed to continue to break down. So I think this may be some sort of bottom. I could very well be wrong. That's why I still have 50 shares, right? This could be my, And as traders, we have to have confidence, but we don't have too big of an ego. So this is me acknowledging the fact that, hey, I could very well be wrong. But that was me acknowledging the fact of, hey, you got to have confidence that as a trader, something doesn't quite seem right here. So let me lock in some more gains. So that represents my confidence as a trader. This represents the fact that my, realization that, yeah, traders were not perfect. We can be wrong. So if I'm wrong, well, then good. I still have those 50 shares that can make me more money in it. I don't even know what you would call that. The hedging between ego and confidence, right? You got to be confident as a trader, but you don't want to be too confident. You don't want to be cocky and don't think you can ever be wrong, because that could definitely present some situations. So I've covered both bases. But yeah, that 176, pretty much, yeah, 176.50-ish. That seems to be the level where if that thing can fail, then this thing should get going. But at this point, I am going to go ahead and pause, and I will keep you updated on whether or not it's looking like it's going to stop me out. Or, let's see, what are these? Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to do 178.52 as my stop. So, oh, wow, DKNG just getting destroyed. Oh, there's it. Where we go at 176.50. Can it break? Can it break? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have held. Once again, holding so strong here. 170. And for those of you that are new, this is the number I'm watching right here. I'm looking at that number right there. I want to see that number drop below 176.50. If that can happen, I think this has got a great chance of going down to at least 176. But as of now, that number that I was just pointing out, it ain't breaking. It's holding up very, very strong. But like I said, 178.50, I will stop out of the remainder of the shares if it gets up to that area. But at this point, I will pause. Oh my goodness, it happened so fast. I apologize. It did disappear. Wow. This little thing's a little bugger. It disappeared. You saw that number, if not, scroll back, but that number had dropped below 176.50. And look at that. That fast, and boop, up it went. So what a totally sucker move there. All right, well, I will go back to pausing it, and if it looks like it wants to work its way down there, I'll get the video rolling again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out right there my final shares. Main reason because it's 9:58 a.m., so 30 minutes in, I want to move on with my day, and I'll gladly take $433 for less than 30 minutes of my time. Not very familiar with many other places in the world where you can make $433 in 30 minutes. And with quote unquote just 50 shares, I don't want to come across as ungrateful or greedy, because yes, you can still make money with that amount. But at this point, I do day trading. I love day trading, not because you can have yachts and Lamborghinis, but because freedom of time. That's the main reason. And there it went anyways. But totally hadn't. So I was ultimately right. I mean, at the end of the day, my confidence, my chart vision, what I was seeing proved to be right. It did ultimately bounce. But again, I could have been wrong, and that's why I had those 50 shares. And, those last 50 shares I hung on to, I did. I took a loss on them because, remember, I got in at 177.51. So it took, technically took a 35-cent loss per share on those shares. So not very much, but like I said, in hindsight, yeah, I should have just gotten out down there. But, you got to acknowledge the fact that, you could be wrong, right? So that's why you want to keep yourself in trades there. But overall, like I said, I didn't know it was going to bounce that much. It just happened to be a timing thing where, hey, 10 o'clock, I want to be done. I want to move on with my day. Because like I was saying, that is why I love trading, is the freedom of time, the freedom to say, hey, you know what? I just made $433 in 30 minutes. I'm happy with that. I'm not a greedy savage. I'm going to move on with my day. And then real quick before I go, because I know I'll get some questions. Hey, Clay, you were showing those alerts that you made to this community or this chat room that you had. What exactly is that? Where do I sign up or learn more? Well, just go to claytrader.com/team. And the way the pricing works, and I would walk through it like this, we'll just use the $99, and that is for 3 months. So not per month, but for 3 months. Breaks down to $8.25 per week. So really the question just becomes, if I invest in $99 to join the subscription, do I believe it can give me at least $8.25, not per day, but per week, of value. If you think you can get at least $8.25 per week of value, then you'll get a great return on your investment. So check that out. And then as far as this video is concerned, if you enjoy these live trade videos, if you want me to keep making them, like I said, I know they're not always that professional. They can be choppy, but they are truly raw and live. But if you like these and want me to keep making them, a very time-efficient way to do that and to communicate that to me, just hit that like button. Also, comments, questions, suggestions, please leave those down below. And then finally, hit that subscribe button. I'd say check out the channel first. Lots of other videos, lots of other live trade videos. Hopefully you like what you see. And if you do like what you see enough, I'd love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. But yeah, if you want to trade alongside me and some other quality traders, get those alerts that you saw play out here, then claytrader.com/team. And I'd love to have you as a member of the community. But everybody take care. Thanks for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.